In this class, let us discuss velocity and acceleration analysis of mechanisms by analytical method and complex algebra method. That is Module 3. In this session, we will discuss about loop closure equation for four-bar mechanism, then loop closure equation for slider crank mechanism, how to do the analysis of four-bar mechanism using Raven's approach, that is by complex algebra method, then some example problems. First of all, let us discuss what is loop closure equation. The sum of the relative position vectors for the links forming a closed loop in the mechanism taken by order is always 0. So this is the statement is called as the loop closure equation. The loop closure equation gives the relation between the position vectors of different links forming a closed loop in the mechanism. Let us discuss the loop closure equation for four-bar mechanism. So consider a four-bar mechanism as shown in figure, that is PQRS, in which we have two types of vectors. One is position vectors, that is absolute position vectors, and another one is relative position vectors. The absolute position vectors will be taken with respect to a fixed point, that is O. Therefore, the absolute position vector is simply called as position vectors. Now, the position vector P means a vector joining O to P. So this is point P, and line joining O to P, the vector joining O to P will be the position vector P. Similarly, the position vector Q will be the line joining O to Q. Therefore, the vector Q is the position vector joining O to Q. Similarly, the position vector R is a line joining O with the point R, the vector joining O to R, and the position vector S. So we have four position vectors by looking this diagram. Similarly, if we move on to the relative position vectors, the relative position vector of Q with respect to P will be represented by vector PQ, that can be written as vector P minus vector Q. That is absolute position vector P minus absolute position vector Q. So the relative position vector is shown in figure, is highlighted by a red circle. Similarly, we have totally four relative position vectors, that is relative position vector R with respect to Q, S with respect to R, and P with respect to S. We can find these vectors using absolute position vectors, that is PQ. The position vector PQ is equal to vector P minus vector Q by considering vector algebra. Vector Q minus vector R, and vector R minus vector S, and vector S minus vector P. Now considering these relative position vectors, now all add the relative position vectors. So if we add the left hand side entities, we get PQ plus QR plus RS plus SP. Similarly, if we add the right hand side entities, the vectors, we have vector P minus vector Q plus vector Q minus vector R plus vector R minus vector S plus vector S minus vector P. So on addition, vector P and vector P get cancels, Q and Q get cancels, R and R get cancels, S and S get cancels. So the sum of all relative position vectors is going to be equal to 0. That's what the statement of loop closure equation. Hence, the above equation represents loop closure equation of four-bar mechanism. Similarly, if we move on to the loop closure equation for slider crank mechanism, here also we have two types of vectors, that is absolute position vector and relative position vector. So absolute position vector, we have vector A, vector B and vector C, which is taken with respect to the fixed point O. Whereas the relative position vector are vector AB, that is relative position vector of point B with respect to A, that is written as vector AB, can be calculated using vector A minus vector B, and relative position vector C with respect to B is written as vector BC, that is can be calculated using position vector B minus vector C. Similarly, relative position vector of A with respect to C. Now, if we add left hand side and right hand side, we add all the relative position vectors. So left hand side we have vector AB plus vector BC plus vector CA. So that will be the LHS left hand side, and the right hand side we have the position vectors, which is equivalent to the relative position vectors in a by formula. So we write vector A minus vector B and vector B minus vector C plus vector C minus vector A. By applying the sign, we can see AA get cancels, BB get cancels and CC get cancels. Hence, we obtained vector AB plus vector BC plus vector CA is equal to 0. That is, the sum of relative position vectors for all the links for forming a closed loop in the mechanism taken by order is 0. Hence, the above equation is a represents loop closure equation for slider crank mechanism. The analysis of 4-bar mechanism by complex algebra method, we know that any mechanism, either it may be 4-bar mechanism or slider crank mechanism, we can analyze using complex algebra method. For velocity acceleration, mainly there will be 3 steps. The first step is we need to go for configuration analysis. So in configuration analysis, we do determine the geometry of the diagram. We do determine the geometry of the diagram. Then the second step is velocity analysis, where we determine the linear velocity and angular velocities of the mechanisms. And finally, as a third step, we'll move on to the acceleration analysis, where we find out the normal component of acceleration and tangential component of acceleration. The normal component of acceleration is also called as centripetal component of acceleration. Now let us take all the steps one by one. The first step is configuration analysis, that is to determine the geometry. The position vectors are drawn in many ways as shown in figure. Either we can follow, this is the first case, or we can follow the second case, or we can draw like a third case. Any one can be followed for configuration analysis. Let us consider left hand side. So here we can see the position vector, right? For a link 1, the link 1 is fixed and it's exactly at the horizontal. So theta 1 is equal to 0 and theta 2 is having certain angle almost 60 degree. So and theta 4, here the angle will be measured in anti-clockwise or counterclockwise. So if we take the direction of vector r1 and r4, these two are moving in this direction, and r2 and r3 is moving in this direction. Hence, r1 plus r4 will be equal to r2 plus r3. Similarly, if we change the direction of vector, here r1, r2, r3 and r4 are following in the same direction, that is clockwise direction. If we take like this, so all are in a similar direction. Hence, we can represent the loop closure equation as r1 plus r2 plus r3 plus r4 vectors is equal to 0. Whereas in third case, r2 and r3 are of R3, R2, R3 and R4. These three vectors are following in one direction, whereas R1 is following in another direction. Therefore, R1 will be equal to R2 plus R3 plus R4. So these are the three loop closure equation. Among above three, any one can be used for the analysis, that is configuration analysis. So now let us consider the first first loop closure equation, that is R1 plus R4 is equal to R2 plus R3. So R1 plus R4 is equal to R2 plus R3. If we consider, we know that R1 can be written as the length of the link multiplied by e to power of I theta by complex algebra method form. Similarly, R1, R2, R3, R4. So R1, R2, R3 and R4 can be replaced by R1 e to power of I theta 1, R2 e to power of I theta 2, R3 e to power of I theta 3 and R4 e to power of I theta 4. So here what are the small r1, small r2, small r3, small r4? They are the length of the links which are constant. You know the length of the link are known quantities. Now replacing this loop closure equation, on substitution we get this equation number 25. We know that e to power of I theta is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. Substituting this e to power of I theta formula in all the terms, we need to replace e to power of I theta terms by corresponding theta angles. So theta 1 and theta 4 and theta 2 and theta 3, on expanding we get this step. So this equation consists of two parts. One is real part, another one is imaginary part. So equate the real parts and imaginary parts. In the left hand side, we know we have a real part, that is R1 cos theta 1 plus R4 cos theta 4. They should be equal to R2 cos theta 2 plus R3 cos theta 3. As well, left hand side we have R1 sin theta 1 plus R4 sin theta 4 as a imaginary part. Right hand side we have R2 sin theta 2 then R3 sin theta 3 as an imaginary part. So by this, by looking the previous diagram, we can clearly say that theta 1 is equal to 0. This is the case what we have taken, case number 1. So theta 1 is equal to 0. So if theta 1 is equal to 0, sin theta, that is sin 0 is equal to 0. Hence, in equation number 26, the first term goes to 0. The first term goes to 0. And cos theta is equal to, cos 0 is equal to 1 will come. So from equation number, these above two equations all are known except theta 4 and theta 3. Usually theta 2 will be given in the problem itself, that is crank angle or a first link angle. Angle with respect to angle of link 2 with respect to link 1 will be given. So anyhow we have two simultaneous equation and two unknowns, that is theta 3 and theta 4. We can easily calculate it. For velocity analysis, we need to consider once again the loop closure equation and we need to substitute r e to power of I theta formula for the vectors. Then this is a position vector what we have, position component. So if we differentiate this equation with respect to time, we get equation number 27, that is r1 e to the power of t1 theta dot r4 t4 dot. So on differentiation we got this. Here we know the differentiation of d theta by dt as omega 1 and theta 1 is equal to 0, therefore omega 1 is also equal to 0 and d theta 2 by dt is omega 2, d theta 3 by dt is omega 3 and d theta 4 by dt is omega 4. By substituting these values in equation number 27, we can get this statement as well. We know e to power of I theta is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. So expand the equation using e to power of I theta is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. Then separate the real and imaginary parts. We have this is the real part and this is the imaginary part. R4 omega 4 sin theta 4 is the imaginary part. R4 omega 4 cos theta 4 is real part of the left hand side. Similarly, the right hand side we have the real part R2 omega 2 cos theta 2, R3 omega 3 cos theta 3 as the real part, R2 omega 2 sin theta 2 plus R2 omega 3 sin theta 3 as the imaginary part. So here also we can see we have two unknowns. Usually theta 3 will be given. So we need to find out theta 4 and theta 3. So theta 3 and theta 4 we found using configuration analysis. Theta 2 was given. Theta 3 and theta 4 can be calculated using configuration analysis. Now we can find omega 3 and omega 4. Omega 3 and omega 4 using above simultaneous equation. And also you can find the linear velocity using formula v is equal to r omega. V is equal to r omega. Then acceleration. So once again the previous step what we had the differential equation number 27 that we need to consider and differentiate once again to get acceleration, because we know that the rate of change of velocity with respect to time is considered as acceleration. So on differentiation we get one more equation, and we know theta, the second derivative of theta is angular acceleration. So we need to substitute the corresponding alpha 2, alpha 3 and alpha 4 in place of theta 2 double dot, theta 3 double dot and theta 4 double dot. So here we have a derived equation. After differentiating we have equation. Then we substituted theta 2 double dot as alpha 2 and similarly theta 3 double dot as alpha 3 and theta 4 double dot as alpha 4. Then once again we need to go for separating, we need to substitute e to power of I theta formula, that is cos theta plus I sin theta. Then the same step we will follow. We will separate the real parts and imaginary parts, and known quantities will be substituted. The unknown quantities are alpha 3 and alpha 4 will be calculated using simultaneous equations, above two simultaneous equations. Here we have two equations and two unknowns, so easily we can find the unknowns. Then we can find the radial acceleration and tangential acceleration using these two formulas, which are taught in graphical method of analyzing velocity and acceleration. Let us move on to one example problem. Here the crank of an engine mechanism is 200 millimeter long, and the ratio of connecting rod length to the crank radius is 4. Determine the acceleration of the piston when the crank has turned through an angle of 45 degree from IDC and rotating at a speed of 240 rpm counterclockwise direction by complex number approach. This is the problem statement, and the diagram is also given. So the given is the crank radius is 200 or 200 millimeter. So R is equal to 200 millimeter, and the ratio is given the connecting rod length to crank, that is L by R is equal to 4. Hence 4 into 200 gives us the length of the connecting rod, that is 800 millimeter. The speed is given to 40 rpm. Using 2 pi n by 60 we can find the angular velocity of crank omega 2 is equal to 25.13 radians per second. The angle also given, that is theta 2 45 degree. By looking this diagram we can say we have a closed loop OCB, hence loop closure equation in the complex number form can be written as, so R4 vector will be equal to summation of R2 vector plus R3 vector. So R4 vector is equal to R2 plus R3, and we know we can represent this position vectors like r into e to the power of I theta. So on substitution, we got R4 is we can taken as R4 can taken as a distance between the pivot to the piston. So we have taken as X. So R4 is replaced by X, and R2 R e to the power of I theta 2 is mentioned as R into cos theta 2 plus I sin theta 2 using formula e to the power of I theta is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. So on substitution and elaboration, we need to consider the real part and imaginary part. On the left hand side, we have only real part, that is x is equal to x is a real part and its imaginary part is 0. So whatever we have in the right hand side, the imaginary part, that must be go to 0. Hence r sin theta 2 plus L sin theta 3 should be equal to 0. By simplifying this equation, we can find out the theta 3 value. So this is what we done for configuration analysis. Now for velocity analysis, we need to differentiate this position loop closure equation with respect to time. So this is a loop closure equation we got from loop closure equation. So differentiate with respect to time, we get this format. So differentiation of product, we know there is differentiation of product. For example, differentiation of uv is equal to u into differentiation of v plus differentiation of u into multiplied by v. So on differentiation of this above equation, we get in this form, and we know theta 2 dot is nothing but omega 2, that is dt by d theta by dt is angular velocity. So we are substituting theta 2 dot as omega 2 and theta 3 dot as omega 3. Then we will substitute e to the power of I theta as cos theta plus I sin theta format. Then simplify this equation. Then we'll go for equating real and imaginary parts. By equating real and imaginary part, left hand side we have only real part, hence the imaginary part is going to be equal to 0. Hence r omega 2 cos theta 2 plus L omega 3 cos theta 3 is equal to 0. Here we know the value of crank length, r is equal to 200 and omega 2 is 25.13, then theta 2 is 45 degree, then length of connecting rod is 800, then theta 3 we found using configuration analysis. Hence we can find the angular velocity of connecting rod, that is we are getting minus 4.51 radians per second. Then for acceleration analysis, we need to consider the equation what we got in velocity analysis. We need to differentiate once again with respect to time. Then the same step we follow, that is we will expand and equate the real and imaginary part to obtain these two equations. Then on substitution, the values of r, L, omega 2, omega 3, theta 2, theta 3 and theta 3, the unknown part is only we have angular acceleration of link 3, that is alpha 3, can be easily found. Then to find the acceleration of piston, we can go for AB, this equation. Anyhow, this we obtain in a, if we differentiate the velocity equation, we got acceleration equation. So substitute this alpha 3 in this equation to get the AB value, that is acceleration of piston. So on substituting the values, we got acceleration of piston minus 89.171 meters per second square. There is example problem for slider crank mechanism. If you take one more problem related to 4-bar mechanism, here we have a problem statement. In the 4-bar mechanism shown in figure, link AB rotates uniformly at 2 radians per second in clockwise direction. Using complex algebra, write the loop closure equation for this and determine the magnitude and direction of angular velocity and angular acceleration of links BC and CD using vector algebra. So here the diagram is also given, the measurements also given, the link 1, link 2 are given. Then let us follow the loop closure equation in this problem like this: R1 plus R4 is equal to R2 plus R3. And one more thing, in the diagram is given 75 degree. So while taking theta 4, we need to be much care, must be taken. So if we take, or else we can take another loop closure equation also, that is R1 is equal to R2 plus R3 plus R4. That format also you can use. At the beginning itself I told any loop closure equation can be follow either out of 3 loop closure equation. So on substitution, that is we can represent R position vector as R1 e to power of I theta, then substitute that R1 e to power of I theta to respective position vectors. Then e to power of I theta can be written as cos theta plus I sin theta. Since in the problem is given theta 1 is equal to 0, so sin theta is equal to 0 and cos theta is equal to 1, we get left hand side only R1. Left hand side only R1. Then the right hand side we have real part and imaginary part. On expansion and separating the real and imaginary part, we obtain, since left hand side there is no imaginary part, so whatever we have in the right hand side imaginary part, that must be equal to 0. So R2, this is R2 sin theta 2 plus R3 sin theta 3 plus R4 sin theta 4 must be equal to 0. So here we know the dimensions of R2 and R4 and R1 also, but we don't know the value of R3. The link 3 magnitude is unknown. Hence R3 sin theta 3 we can follow. So here we have 2 unknowns and 2 equations, that is theta 3 is unknown and R3 is unknown. So by solving the simultaneous equation, 2 unknowns, 2 equation, we can easily solve. So solve for R3 and theta 3, we got R3 is equal to 15.54 centimeters and theta 3 is equal to 26.73 degrees. Similarly, for velocity analysis, we need to differentiate what we had in the position vectors, the loop closure equation, then differentiating with respect to time once again. Then we know the theta dot represent as omega. So corresponding omega 2, omega 3 and omega 4 will be written, and we express e to power of I theta as cos theta plus I sin theta form. So the procedure is same as what we explained in slider crank mechanism. Then we will go for expanding these brackets. Then we will equate the real part and imaginary part. So if we separate the real part and imaginary part, then substitute the values which are known. And omega 2 is given 2 radians per second clockwise. And we take the clockwise as a negative term and anti-clockwise as a positive term. So minus 2 we need to substitute as omega 2 value. Then corresponding angles we already calculated using configuration analysis, that is omega 2, omega 3, omega 4, sorry, theta 2, theta 3, theta 4 are known as of now. Hence from above equation, all are known except omega 3 and omega 4. So here we have 2 equations. So 2 equations and 2 unknowns, that is omega 3 and omega 4. On solving the simultaneous equation, we can calculate omega 3 and omega 4. So we got these values, minus 0.334 and minus 1.19 radians per second. So this is the velocity and acceleration analysis by complex algebra method example problems. Now for acceleration, here the angular velocity we found. Now for acceleration, we need to differentiate once again the equation what we had in a previous step. Then we substitute, since it's rotating at uniform velocity, from alpha 2 will be equal to 0, alpha 2 will be equal to 0, and then the same principle will be applied, that is substituting e to the power of phi theta formula, then separating the real part and imaginary part. Steps will be followed. Then on substituting the values which are known, we do calculation using calculator. If you operate these equations, the unknown part, that is omega 3, alpha 3 and alpha 4 was the unknown. Here also we have two equations and two unknowns, that is alpha 3 and alpha 4. So solving for alpha 3 and alpha 4, we get angular acceleration also, that is 0.746 and 0.00842 radians per second. So this is the solution for velocity and acceleration analysis problem for slider crank mechanism and 4-bar mechanism by complex algebra method. It's also called as Raven approach. I hope you understood. Thank you.